Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing. Today I wanted to look into the Katy Perry scandal with Ruby Rose. About 10 days ago, Ruby Rose went on Threads, and she's an Australian actress. You may know her from Orange is the New Black. She dropped a bombshell. She accused Katy Perry of SA at a Melbourne nightclub back in 2010. Ruby says, sorry, did I say Ruby Red? Ruby Rose. Ruby says she's been carrying this for nearly 20 years, and she only spoke up now after seeing Katy at Coachella. Katy's team immediately fired back, calling it reckless lies. But as of this week, the Victoria Police in Australia have officially opened an investigation. So tonight I want to pose 4 questions to the cards to get to the truth of it. First question, what is Katy's true energy? Is she carrying guilt or is she in denial? Then what is Ruby's energy? Is she coming from a place of authentic pain, or is there a motive that we haven't seen yet? Will this ignite into a full-blown legal battle? And what will this do to Katy Perry's singing career? Okay, so I'm using the Gallery of Hallucinations deck and the Deviant Moon and the Echoes of the Unsolved today. First question, what is Katy's true energy around these allegations? And I got Remembrance. What is Katy's true energy around these allegations? Does she carry the weight of guilt or denial? And I'm looking at this Remembrance card, and I see this woman in her garden looking so sad, right? She's holding her hands out, and this flower is literally tearing into her palms. It looks like guilt to me. It's like she's reliving a memory that's actually causing her physical pain. Then this is clarified by the Two of Swords. 2 men sharing one body, but they're in total conflict, crossing their swords. So this feels to me like denial, like Katy's clashing with herself, not wanting to face a truth that's sitting right there in her own skin. This is further clarified by accomplice. 2 men wearing blindfolds. Yeah. This could be her people, Katy's people, her team, all choosing not to see, blocking and dodging, trying to avoid this. They might be looking for witnesses as well, maybe witnesses who can corroborate that they didn't see anything. Even if they were right there. So things are getting kind of messy now. I feel like Katy's trying to tie others into the story to cover herself. But this tearing flower, I can't escape it. It makes me feel like Katy looks regretful and guilty. She wants to avoid this whole thing if she could, she would. She's blocking and dodging, but the underlying energy is one of regret, deep regret and guilt. She's trying to keep the blindfolds on everyone, but the memory is already tearing into her. Now, next question. Is Ruby Rose's story coming from true hurt and pain, or is there another reason she's talking now? And the card that I got is Onslaught. I see this woman backed into a corner. These bat-like creatures are flying at her from the windows, and she looks scared to me, like she's in real pain and fear. Feels like a memory from back then is still attacking her head like a bad storm. Clarified by the Queen of Cups reversed. And just like the first card, there's water dripping from the stem of the goblet into a palmed hand. So this is Katy's energy, and this is Ruby's energy. They share an experience, an emotional memory. So I feel like also with this Queen of Cups reversed, Ruby's trust is broken. Her emotions are all over the place. She might feel used. And it's clarified by, sorry, these cards are hard to pick up. Smokescreen, this hand emerging from smoke. This is like some sort of veil over it all. So there's something about this, we don't see the whole picture, we don't know the whole story. Something about it is a little shady, even though there's a shared experience, and Katy does feel guilty. So something did happen, but there's something unclear happening here with the Smokescreen card. I clarified it with the King of Swords reversed and Justice. So this to me is making me think that, because these are going to clarify the Smokescreen, what is the shadiness going on? So we got King of Swords reverse and Justice. King of Swords reverse can be like, I immediately started thinking this must be her lawyer, Ruby Rose's lawyer. She's got a shark of a lawyer or advisor who's a bit shady or out for themselves. They're very calculated. This could be Ruby's energy. So while the hurt is real, or it could be someone influencing her. So while the hurt is real, something did happen. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Tarot is not for fact, and everything I say here is alleged for entertainment purposes only. It's my opinion. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Sorry, someone keeps calling me, and they just keep calling me, and I can't get to my phone. All right, where was I? Yeah, so I think that this is like a shark of a lawyer helping out Ruby Rose, or someone calculated, or it could be Ruby Rose's energy herself. There is something calculated about the timing when this finally came out. Yes, an experience happened, but 20 years ago, and now you want to say something? There's a hidden push for payback. And there's someone or something sneaky involved. That's all I can see. I think it's a lawyer. I think it's a lawyer who plays dirty or plays hardball or whatever. I feel like Ruby has, because I believe the victims, I feel like she has some real hurt and broken trust. She did experience something. But there is Smokescreen here. So her timing looks like hers or her lawyers or her advisor's calculated plan for payback. So two things can be true at once. Next question. What's the future trajectory? Will this escalate into a full-scale legal battle? I just got an image of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I don't think it'll go that far, but wouldn't that be interesting? Will this escalate into a legal battle? And if so, who holds the stronger ground energetically, Katy or Ruby? And I got Sweet Dream, Four of Wands, reverse. And Safe House. Looks like a cabin by the lake. Okay. Wow. So I see this woman, she's sleeping. She's sleeping here at the bottom of the card. Out of her hair comes this ghost-like face, and then another woman's head pops up. To me, this says a legal battle is currently being planned behind doors. I believe it's Ruby Rose, her legal team. They're the ones dreaming this up. They're visualizing a win and building a case in private. It hasn't hit the public courtroom yet, but it's being born into the minds. It's being born in the minds of Ruby's camp right now. The Four of Wands reverse. This represents a house. House in tarot or Sibilla can represent a safe place, a place that you want to go when it's upright, a place you don't want to go when it's reverse. So since it's reverse, it could represent a courthouse or a legal structure. And it tells me that peace is shaky. If this hits the courtroom, it's going to be a total mess. It's going to create instability for one or both women in their lives. It's going to upset their lives. Also, the fact that here they're shaking hands in a hand fasting ceremony, and here it's reversed, so that would be like a breaking of an agreement or an inability to come to an agreement. So any kind of like deal to settle out of court, I feel like that would probably fail. And it's looking like Ruby has the stronger ground. Sorry, someone came to the door. Where did I leave off? I believe I said that Ruby Rose is she has the stronger ground. She's the one moving from dream to specific safe house. And Katy is, I feel, the one who's like in the unstable house that's going to flip over. So I think it's going to be more unsettling for Katy than it is going to be for Ruby's life. I do feel it's going to go to court. I do feel there will be an attempt to settle out of court, but they won't be able to come to an agreement. And this could turn very messy and wreck the peace of especially Katy's life. I'm sure both their lives will be flipped upside down. Final question. What impact will this have on Katy's career? Will the scandal reshape Katy Perry's career and public image? Can she recover from this downfall? And I got hysterics, 5 of coins, and retaliation, this voodoo doll. So, excuse my nails, I'm getting them done tomorrow. So I feel like I'm looking at hysterics, and it isn't just about people laughing. Hysterics is like wild, uncontrollable shock or frenzy. These women are caught up in it. I feel like this is going to be the public reaction. Maybe a total loss of control or shock. People won't know how to handle this news. It's going to be a frenzy of shock that makes it impossible for people to really see Katy Perry the same again. Wow. So with the 5 of coins, I feel like this is Katy, a naked woman in the streets. Not literally, but more like in a humbled way. It's also a card about lack or loss of material wealth and self-esteem. That's what's going to take the biggest hit. She's going to lose money. She's going to lose respect in her field or from her public. She thinks she's in a blind spot, right? She thinks she's in a blind spot. This is a blind spot. Like she can maybe duck out of the public eye for a while and wait for it all to blow over. But this eyeball that's staring at her tells me she's being judged even when she's trying to hide. And then this is clarified by retaliation. This voodoo doll. This is kind of like, to me, it's like someone who wanted to get you back for what you did. Like you get what you get. You get what you give. So I feel like this downfall of Katy Perry, which I hate to say, I think she's a brilliant singer, amazing talent. But if she's out there essaying people, you know what I mean, that's not good. I feel like this isn't a random accident. It's a reaction to her past. And she's going to be forced out of a position of power into the cold street. It may not be as harsh as all that, like R. Kelly treatment, but she's definitely going to lose money, and she's going to lose respect. She might get one of those, like, you got to get an offender, you have to register as an offender, that type of thing. So yeah, that's humiliating. There's a humiliation here in this card. So this is the start of a downfall for Katy. The public is in shock. I'm going to say shock for this card, even though it's throwing me off a little. But I'm going to say shock, because hysterics can be shock. So there's a lot of shock around this story. Katy's going to have to retreat and stay out of the spotlight for a while. If this goes to court, she could lose her standing and public respect. And this is all a consequence. This is all a consequence of her own history. So that's what I see. I feel like Katy's in a place of regret and denial. She's trying to avoid the fallout of the past. She's got her team around her, is helping her stay blindfolded to the reality of the situation. She may be trying to tie other people into the situation as witnesses who didn't see anything. As far as Ruby Rose goes, she's living in a state of trauma. This onslaught from the past is still affecting her. There's a smokescreen here. So her decision to come forward, her decision to come forward now isn't just about raw feelings. It looks like a calculated plan for some payback. She's likely being guided by a very smart, shrewd shark of a lawyer or advisor who's looking for a win. Looking forward, is this going to head to a courthouse? They're definitely going to try to settle out of court, but I feel like it's going to be hard to. Ruby's team is already building a case in secret. This, if it does land in court, it's going to be pretty messy and will upset their lives, or upset the peace that they've known. Four of Wands reversed. But I feel like Ruby is the one more so in a position of safety, while Katy's foundation is the one that's flipping upside down. If that makes sense. And finally, Katy's career is maybe headed for this Five of Pentacles moment. And people will be really shocked. It's just bizarre. Wasn't she once a church girl? I don't know. That whole Holly weird thing changes people. But again, this is all alleged. My interpretation of the cards. Form your own interpretation. She may have to step out of the public eye for a little while, and she may lose a lot of money in this. And this is all her past catching up to her, right? Yeah, karma. So, she's trying to hide in the blind spot, but the truth is watching. The truth is judging. If she can't settle out of court, it's going to get messy. So that's the reading I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, found it entertaining and insightful. If you did, please make sure you hit that thumbs up and you share the video with your friends or social media. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you if you have. Leave a comment in the comment section, and if you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box. Thank you for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon, and thanks again. Bye.